What up? This is Rama Screen, and in the anticipation of First Date arriving in theaters and on demand July 2, I'm here talking with the stars of this new film, Tyson Brown and Shelby Duclos. How are you, Tyson and Shelby?
Doing good.
Good. Congratulations on the film. This is such a wild ride. Oh my God. First Date was so much fun. Well, First Date in general is also fun, but I'm talking about this movie, of course. let me let me start with you, Tyson. Since your character Mike gets incredibly nervous all the time, which is
Yeah.
understandable because asking a girl out is never an easy task. But what about
No.
you, Tyson? Are you yourself super duper cautious and nervous like Mike? Do you have that in common?
I used to when I was younger, like back in middle school, early parts of high school, for sure. I didn't really like to talk to people. I was really to myself and just shy and quiet. Nowadays I'm just being me, doing me, and if someone likes it, cool. If not, that's also cool. But yeah, that's how I roll now, I guess.
So it didn't take an effort to overcome it. You just kind of grow out of it.
Pretty much. Yeah, just let it naturally happen.
Excellent. And how about you, Shelby? Are you the kind of girl who would do a few rounds of punching bag in the middle of a Monday afternoon? What do you think it is that makes Kelsey such a fascinating character to you?
Well, personally, no. It's very exhausting to punch that bag. So I don't know if I could do that every week, but Kelsey, I think she's just a standout girl because she's ruthless and fearless. I think that's something that's so fun about her, and was fun to play somebody fearless because in my own life, like I'm not fearless. So to get to portray somebody who is, and at the level that she is, was really fun.
And we can't talk about this movie without talking about that awesome 1965 Chrysler. Was a hell of a
Hmm.
thing, wasn't it? Of all the
Oh
cars that
yeah.
Mike could have gotten. So what's it like driving that old beast of a car? Did it smell funny? Was it hard navigating the clutches or the stereo player? Did you guys have a hard time rolling the windows down? Talk to me about all that. Let's start with you, Shelby.
Well, I luckily, I was only in the car to pretty much do some action stuff. So, but in the short time that I did deal with that amazing car, the ceiling was constantly coming unpinned. So I don't know what was falling on my head at numerous times, but it was coming out of the ceiling. um, and I know just the oldness of the car, there was some like stuff sticking out of the seats. So when we would, do some action sequences in there, you accidentally bump your knee on one of those, and it was pretty painful. But it was a cool car, honestly. Like it really was.
I love and miss that car so much. It drove like a boat. You feel like you're just on the road, but like in the boat at the same time. It's pretty wide, but the engine was really nice. Some old school V8 engines, so like really throaty engine and really like aggressive. um, but the car did have a lot of its own problems. There's a scene that's actually in the movie where they're like putting spark plugs into the car because it actually broke down during a take. And Manuel was just like, I'm still rolling, just keep rolling. And I thought it was so fun. I was like, this is great. This is just so great. But yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. My first car ever was a used 1994 Honda Civic. It was about 180,000 miles on it.
Oh.
So it did not run smoothly and it kept breaking down every month or so. So let me ask you both, what was your first car memory that you ever got to drive? What's the story there? Let's start with you, Tyson.
Well, my first car, believe it or not, uh, we were, I was out there in Valley Springs shooting. It was one of those days we had off, I think, and I was just out there hanging out with the whole crew and the friends, because everyone became like family, honestly. And my car broke down, like my actual car broke down, and I had to leave it on the side of the road. And the next day, we went to go get it because it was like late at night and everything. The next day, we went to go get it. I found out someone broke into my car and stole my coolant.
Oh,
They stole my coolant and my work clothes. I used to work at an airport, and they were like really dirty clothes. And I was just like, I guess someone needed that more than I did. I honestly laughed at the whole situation, and everyone thought that was weird, but I was like, this is, I don't know why, but this is funny. They stole coolant in my work clothes. So that's my first car experience.
My first car was a hand-me-down. It was my sister's, and they're gonna kill me for not knowing the year, but it was like, I want to say a 90 something year old car, not year old, but it was like a 90 something car, and it broke down on me all the time, literally all the time. And I thought I was so cool with my friends in high school, like, I have a car, and we would like go to get food or something, and we'd come back out and it would just not start, and I was like, we're just gotta let it cool off a little bit. It's just a little warm. It'll be fine. Yeah, it was tough. It was rough.
Ah, the memories of first cars. I hope we never have to revisit that. So,
You neither.
so finally, I got to ask you this profound question because of the title of this movie and because of the story. Can you give us some pro tips or advice on first date? Because people say, like, first date, you shouldn't do a movie and dinner on first date. You should just go out and get some coffee. It's a lot simpler that way. And what are your ideal first date ideas? Let's start with you, Shelby.
I have to say, I like a good dinner and a movie. I feel like it's just a solid date plan, But
Okay.
the movie, I mean, the dinner, it's like, okay, you could talk a little bit, see what's there, and then you might make it to the movie. But if you don't, it's okay. But then at least you have the movie to end your night, like, well, I guess. But yeah, but I also think coffee is really fun too. Keeps it more casual, and it's a good chatting place to get to know someone too.
I would say, most importantly, be yourself, because if you're not, and you guys end up like liking the fake versions of yourself, and then you actually start being yourself, and they don't like it, it gets really awkward. So just be yourself from the get-go. Second of all, I'm a very adventurous guy. I like to snowboard, surf, skate, and all that kind of stuff, hike. So I would say go out the norm of what you think a date should be and just like go for a big adventure. Because like I feel like that's how you really start to learn about someone else in a very like natural way. You're not like really forcing questions because like stuff is coming up during your adventure time, and like you're just talking about old memories about yourself. Like it's a cool experience that you guys get to both have.
Awesome.
That's
I
it.
like that. Great advice, you two. And for my fans at home, everybody, go check out First Date, arriving in theaters and on demand July. To Tyson and Shelby, thank you for talking to me and congratulations.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.